Let's dispel with the delusion that Mr. Slave left because he was being abused. Okay, I think it's pretty clear that Mr. Slave very much, if anything, enjoys being abused. The real reason Mr. Slave left is because he wasn't getting enough attention. I mean, you kind of saw it with the stream when he was on your channel. I kind of watched some part of it back. Again, he was all about the discussion. As soon as the topic changed, he was like, "Wait, can we talk about me again? Can we talk about me again? No, we don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay, I'm gonna go." So yeah, I mean, like this is just another fantasy that the reason Mr. Slave left was because he was being treated so horribly. He left because he wasn't getting enough attention. He wanted more attention. He felt like he wasn't getting enough attention.
All right. Does anybody have anything else to contribute to this conversation? Because I gotta go.
No, I do.
I second Alex's motion.
Mr. Slave has a very busy life of barking like a dog and eating dog treats.
Mr. Slave, I do have something now. I'm very glad that you and Black V Silver are best friends now. I'm glad you could work out your differences and that you're not just here for attention or abuse. It seems like you're growing as a person. Congratulations.
I don't know if that was a legitimate compliment, but I guess thank you.
A little bit of both. It was a compliment as well as I'm a sarcastic bitch.
Gotcha. All I was going to say...
it's always a double-edged sword with me.
Well, since Alex is here, I was going to say that, like, Mr. Slave was a lolcow and he was there to kind of get made fun of or whatever. And the only thing I'll give to him, because your last point was pretty spot on, all I'll say is that there is a point to be made of, like, some people don't want to be lolcows type shit, and some people could change their mind about being lolcows. Now, I will say, I talked to Mr. Slave about, like, the language that he uses with the whole abuse thing and all that stuff. I said that I understand what you mean by that, but other people mean something very, very more drastic and serious by it, so I would suggest not using that, whatever. But, like, I will say there is a point to be made of, well, if somebody's coming on and they're only coming on to be ridiculed or made fun of or whatever, there's something to be. It's not probably something now to think about, but, like, I guess for the future, it's like there's going to be more people like that. They're going to feel entitled and shit like that. So it's like, how do we deal with that going forward?
He was generally the butt of the joke, but there's a reason he was the butt of the joke. It wasn't just because we all decided we hated him. He was the butt of the joke because of how he acted, and I truly believe he enjoyed being the butt of the joke. He would take a contrarian position on every single issue, literally basic stuff like 1 + 1 being 2, whether, about pedophilia and stuff like that, like any common sense position, right? So there was a reason, but, like, what other purpose would there be to have him on my channel? Like, is he offering some genius insights? Is he giving, like, practical dating advice? Is he giving some sage old-time wisdom? Like, what other possibility could Mr. Slave offer besides, like, humor and entertainment? Like, what else could he possibly have to contribute?
No, to be fair, because I've been on the show with Sarah, on the Andrew show, and I was making fun of myself. I was just, like, ridiculing, and I don't feel bad with people making fun of me because, like, I would consider as a jester. But the thing is, Mr. Slave might not have be able to get out his jester role, and he wants to get out of the jester role, but he doesn't know how to do it. So I think I don't have to defend him, but I don't think he knows how to get out of being a jester.
I think that's just a straight out lie that he wants to get out of the jester role. But if that is indeed true, how you get out of the jester role is you start being a jester and you start, like, actually, like, taking yourself seriously, and other people take you seriously too. Like, start actually saying things that, like, are profound and make sense. Not just arguing with every tiny little thing and asking, can you give me the definition of the definition of the definition of the definition? And, like, playing, like, weird.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alex. The thing, Mr. Slave, that I do have, I guess the biggest point of contention I have with when you and I debate is that there are many times, I mean, I can think of at least 4 or 5 streams that you and I, Mr. Slave, have been on where I have brought up very good, valid points. And instead of addressing the arguments that I'm making to you, instead of actually trying to, like, disprove them or me, right? Even in a respectful manner, instead, you start doing this thing where you're like, wait, repeat your question. What did you say? Repeat that. And then you start nitpicking at tiny little bits of and it's very obvious that you don't have an actual argument or anything to say to disprove what me or anyone else is saying that actually like discredits your entire argument. You see what I'm saying? And that's when people start to lose respect for you. And I think that Mr. Slave, is what actually pisses you off more than anything, is for people on here to know that you're not actually who you say you are. I've heard you say on your own live streams that you are one of many things. You've said that you are somebody in science that like dictates artificial intelligence between humans and AI. You've also said you're an astrophysicist. So which is it, bro? Like, what are you? Or are you just LARPing? And that's what I'm kind of questioning. And if you are, I feel actually very sorry for you. I'm sorry to bring this up, but you put yourself out here on the internet and we all want to know, like, are you fucking filling us full of bullshit? Because I kind of think you are. I kind of think you just, I really do. I think that you just tell people, oh, I'm this kind of scientist or that kind of scientist. But at the end of the day, I have been able to disprove shit you've said just by documentaries I've watched. You're not impressing anyone. Like, what are you and who are you and why do you do this? If this is what you need to fulfill yourself, I feel sorry for you. Like, I wish that you would have chosen to not make enemies out of everybody.
I mean, do you really think there's scientists out there who don't believe 1 + 1 = 2, or that the Earth was round? I mean, like, there's zero chance Mr. Slave is a scientist.
I honestly don't think he's a scientist that I've seen more of him. Because he claims to be so many different types of scientists. Like, I've seen it now. I've seen it. My own eyes, my own ears. Like, I've screen recorded it. Sarah can tell you, like, I have folders of people that are like, I have a folder on you, Mr. Slave, and I've screen recorded you saying that you are 3 different types of scientists now.
You got me around this folder full of women?
Anyway, look, I don't know. I mean, I'm basically always honest. I never lie.
Basically?
Yeah, I try to be. No, I'm always trying to be honest. I'm always trying to express my opinions. I try to be a good scientist. I have, my, I do research, mainly in AI and brain, but I also...
Do you work for an institution or do you just do research at home?
Do you have a computer with like graphics cards to do scientific work or something?
That's already, personal. So
no.
That's a key point.
Now you capping.
Just reading stuff on the internet doesn't make you a scientist, right? You're a scientist if you work for a research institution.
Alex, you and I are bigger scientists than Mr. Slave right now.
Yeah, like, wait, Mr. Slave, do you think you can say you're a scientist just because you read stuff online? Is that the claim?
Let me just finish addressing
no, Mr. Slave, just because you work on robots, though, robots don't have brains. Robots
doesn't.
Only program what humans program into it, though.
Here's the thing, is that like a month ago, he was an astrophysicist, okay? Brutal.
Guys, I'm a doctor because I put a Band-Aid on my friend today. And I read a few articles on WebMD, so I'm a doctor.
Mr. Slave, you literally need to
Sarah,
check yourself
I really
before
have
you
to
wreck
go.
yourself, bro.
I really have to
I'm
go.
a mechanic because I put weapon fluid in my car.
I would have to go too if like everyone knew I was a fraud. Like, just saying.
I guess. I
mean, the best thing that could happen to me is that you really think I am a dumb person. I would thank you so much. Like, spread the word.
I don't think you're dumb. I think you're a very smart lark.
Why would that be a good thing? I don't understand.
I think you're one of the most
not dumb.
I think you're one of the most. I think you're one of the most intelligent LARPers I've ever seen in this space.
All right, look.
Like, you have had people convinced that you're a millionaire.
I would use the word creative more, but yeah.
Look.
Creative, and you have to be intelligent to convince people of something. At least somewhat intelligent.
I never believe this scientist claim.
Alex, let's not discredit where credit is due. I don't want to destroy you, Mr. Slave, but like, legitimately, you have lied so many times out of your ass. Like, we all know you're not a scientist. Like, you're lying.
All right, look, that's the biggest compliment you can give me. That's all I can say. I mean, thank you.
Okay, great.
I really...